Hello everyone. In this session we are going to discuss about absorption coefficient and reverberation time. So let us start with absorption of sound. What does absorption of sound means, right? So in order to have a good acoustical room, right, a proper sound absorbing material should be placed at proper places, and we should have the knowledge about how much the sound absorbing material is absorbing the sound, right? There should be a measure of how much the sound is getting absorbed. Okay, so absorption of sound, knowing the measurement of absorption of sound is very important to have a good acoustical room in order to have a uniform distribution of sound. So let us start with absorption of sound. So sound wave that strikes the surface may have part of its energy transmitted and part of its energy absorbed, or the remaining energy is reflected. Okay, so the effectiveness of surface in absorbing surface is expressed by absorption coefficient, right? As it is denoted by small a, and it is mathematically expressed as the ratio of sound energy absorbed by the surface upon total energy absorbed, total energy incident on the surface, right? Absorption coefficient is denoted by small a, and it is mathematically expressed as the sound energy absorbed by the surface to total sound energy incident on the surface. Okay, so this is how absorption can be measured, and its unit is Sabine, right, in honor of Sir Wallace Clement Sabine, and open window unit. Okay, both are at the unit of absorption coefficient. Okay, so the absorption coefficient of a material is basically the reciprocal of its area, which absorbs the same amount of energy as absorbed by unit area of open window. So open window is considered to be an ideal absorber, right, because it absorbs 100% of sound energy. So it is considered to be as an ideal absorbing material, right? So we can have a standard absorbing material as open window. Okay, so absorbing coefficient is basically the reciprocal of its area, which absorbs the same amount of sound energy as 1 meter square of open window, right? For example, if I say 5 meter square of curtain in the room is absorbing same amount of sound energy as absorbed by 1 meter square of open window, then the absorption coefficient will be simply 1 by 5. Right, so this is how absorption coefficient is measured. Okay, so effective absorbing area, right, effective absorbing area is the product of total area, right? Here we are denoting total area by S and absorption coefficient small a. So capital A is the effective absorbing area, which is the product of total area and absorption coefficient, right, which will give the surface where the sound is getting absorbed. Okay, so suppose if there are n surfaces, then the average value of absorption coefficient will be A is equal to A1S1 plus A2S2 up to AN/SN whole divided by total sum of total area, right? That is S1 plus S2 up to Sn, right? So mathematically it can be also written as average A is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 to n AISI upon S, total S. S is the total area. So this is how absorption coefficient is calculated. Okay, so if I say that if you want to find absorption coefficient of a normal classroom, right, so if there are no absorbing materials, right, then also a normal classroom is consist of walls and ceiling and floor. Okay, so if we are considering only wall and ceiling and floor, so in that case absorption coefficient can be written as A1S1 plus A2S2 plus A3S3 upon S1S2 S1 plus S2 plus S3, where A1 will be the absorption of wall, A2 will be the absorption coefficient of floor, and A3 will be the absorption coefficient of ceiling, and S1, S2, S3 will be their total area of the corresponding absorbing material. Will it it may be at wall or floor or ceiling, like that it is calculated. Okay, so absorption coefficient is calculated in that way. So what does absorption coefficient means? It is the ratio of total energy, total sound energy absorbed by the material upon total energy incident on it, right? So this is all about absorption coefficient. Now let us discuss reverberation time. So Sabine defined reverberation time as the time taken by the sound intensity to fall below its minimum audibility level. Okay, if the time taken by the sound and intensity to fall to 1/1,000,000th of its original intensity after the source has stopped emitting the sound, after the source has cut off. Okay, so even after the source has been cut off, if you are listening any sound, prolongation or persistence of sounds, then it is known as reverberation. Okay, right? If there is any prolongation or persistence of sound, even if the source has been cut off, then it is known as reverberation. And the time taken by the sound to fall below its minimum audibility level, or we can say to fall to 1/1,000,000th of its original intensity, then it is known as reverberation time. Okay, so the reverberation time is given by T is equal to 0.167 V upon A, where V is the volume of the hall and A is the total absorption in the room. So this is how reverberation time is calculated, right? Also we know that A is the total absorption, which is nothing but the product of surface area, total surface area, and absorption coefficient, and it is given by A1S1 plus A2S2 plus A3S3 up to ANSN. Okay, so this is how reverberation time is being calculated. Okay, so there is an important thing to know about reverberation time. Reverberation time should be maintained at an optimum value, right? It should not be too low or it should not be too high. For example, if it is too low, then loudness will be inadequate. You won't be able to hear the sound properly. And if it is too high, then there will be overlapping of the sentences, which will lead to confusion. So reverberation time should be maintained at an optimum value. It has an optimum value for a particular room. For example, for recording room it is around 2 seconds. For theaters it is around 2.5 seconds. For large theaters it is up to 3 seconds. For classroom it is 1.1 to 1.5 seconds. So these are the optimum values of a particular room. So reverberation time is supposed to be maintained at an optimum value in order to have a uniform distribution of sound. Otherwise, if it is too low, there will be dead spaces. Dead spaces means where there is no sound, right? No sound is heard, right? That spaces are known as dead spaces. So if reverberation time is too low, there will be dead spaces, and if it is too high, then there will be confusion. So it is supposed to be maintained at an optimum value. Okay, now suppose we want to have an unknown, we want to measure an unknown absorption coefficient. So let us consider a situation. Suppose there is an auditorium, right, in which there is no sound absorbing material. Okay, in that case, let us say reverberation time is denoted by T1. So T1 will be 0.167 V upon A. Okay, the reverberation time, this reverberation time is measured without placing any sound absorbing material in the auditorium. Okay, so T1 will be 0.167 V upon A. Now let us consider we place a sound absorbing material. For example, suppose we place curtains, right? And if we want to find the unknown absorption coefficient of that curtain. Okay, so what happens now? First of all, in the auditorium there were no sound absorbing material, and then we added a sound absorbing material. Here we are talking about curtains, right? We are adding curtains, right? So there will be extra absorption, right? There will be extra absorption. So let us say T2 in that case, right? After sound absorbing has been placed in the hall, T2 will be 0.167 V upon A plus A1 S1. right? A1S1 is the total absorption of the new sound absorbing material that has been placed in the hall. So A1 is the unknown absorption coefficient that we wish to derive, we wish to measure, and S1 is the area of that sound absorbing material. So using the value of T1 and T2, right, and rearranging the terms, right, we'll get 1 upon T2 minus 1 upon T1 as A1S1 upon 0.167 V. Okay, so we are focusing on A1, which is the unknown absorbing coefficient of the curtain. So A1 will be 0.167 V upon S1 into bracket 1 upon T2 minus 1 upon T1. So knowing the values of reverberation times surface area of a material and volume, absorption coefficient can be determined. Right? If you know the reverberation time before placing in sound absorbing material and after placing in sound absorbing material, if you are aware of the volume of the hall and if you know the surface area of the material, right, of which absorption coefficient is to be measured, then you can determine this absorption coefficient in this manner. Okay, so this is all about absorption coefficient and reverberation time. Both the factors are very important to study acoustics of the building, right? Okay, so now as we have learned about absorption coefficient, let us discuss what the properties should an absorbing material have, right? How should be the good absorbing materials, right? Good sound absorbing material should have these properties, right? They should be highly porous, right? They should have pores, small holes in them, so that sound waves can strike the material. Whenever sound waves strike the material, the sound waves gets absorbed by the material. If you are using a porous material, then absorbing power will be very high. They should be cheap and easily available, right? They should be of less of cost, right? And they should be easily readily available. Then they should be easy to fix and good looking, right? They should be easy to fix, right? And also they should be decorative. Okay, so for example, if you want to have a good acoustical room, decorative good acoustical room, then you can use wall frames as a sound absorbing materials, right? As wood is also a sound absorbing material. Okay, so they should be light in weight and durable. Okay, they should be waterproof and fireproof, of course, and they should be efficient over a wide range of frequencies. Sound absorbing material should not be such that they absorb only certain amount of frequencies, right? They should be efficient enough to absorb over a wide range of frequencies. Okay, so these are the properties of sound absorbing materials, and this is all about absorption coefficient and reverberation time. Thank you.